Hello and welcome to another episode of On Campus. I'm your host Mason Flores. Joining me, tennis player Adam Olson. Adam, I know you're on the tennis team. I know you enjoy it. How has it been so far? The experience, playing the games, being with your teammates. How has that experience been so far?
Experience. It's been. I get the only thing I can sum it up is really fun.
Yeah.
I've had like 2 years of experience. First year, it was a smaller team,
Yeah.
so it's just less opportunity for more of the fun moments. But we still were able to sneak it in there. But this year, the second years really got close, and some of the first years bonded with us
Yeah.
pretty well. And just when it comes to games, we always plan something after the game. If it's a home match, we go to the mall together as genuine friends, like all the time. We're going to the Giants and A's game on next Saturday.
Super cool.
So the friendship, it definitely makes a lot of things easier, but the
Yeah.
whole experience, um, when it comes to games, it's still a very well run program.
So I mean, you kind of just stole my question from me, but the culture you just kind of laid out the foundation. How have has that contributed to your guys' success and how well you guys have been able to compete with each other and compete against each other in practices and stuff like that? How well has that contributed to your success?
The culture, it makes it a lot easier because it makes it you don't have to worry about a lot of outside stuff.
Yeah.
Our head coach is Coach Raff.
Mhm.
He has a philosophy. He has us put stickers on the door, and his philosophy is like once you walk onto the courts, you want to forget about everything else and just kind of enjoy tennis for a little bit. And what also makes it easier is that the culture that he cultivated and our friendship and our friendliness in general is that we pride ourselves on being a team that no one has anything bad to say about. Like when we go play ARC, they always like ran to us about, Aloni did this, Modesto did that, Folsom did that, Sierra did that. Um, so I think we just pride ourselves on a team that we can get along with other teams, and I think that contributes to our success because when we're playing opponents, it just takes a lot of the pressure off because there's just no animosity.
So you just said a bunch of reasons why people should basically want to join this team.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the game, in the coaching and the scheming and stuff like that, why would you join the tennis team? Why did you join in the first place?
I joined the tennis team because I played tennis in high school, and honestly, I knew I just wanted to make it past high school. A lot of people can't say they make it past high
Yeah,
school, so I just wanted that's the biggest
yeah,
drop off, and I all I want to do is make it past that. And I knew I would have an opportunity if I went to Solano in general. Um, but I joined the team, but there was definitely things that could have stopped me from joining
yeah.
the team. But I didn't even know really how to contact anyone, so I kind of threw it out there. I just went to the website. I knew Raph by that point,
Yeah.
so I just looked on the website. His number was on the website, and so I just texted him about it, and he was enthusiastic about it right away. I show up to first practice, and it was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty comfortable here, so I'm definitely gonna stay here and then stick this out.
That's super cool. So outside of the tennis aspect, how has Solano been to you and treated you so far as to professors and classes, and how have the classes been? How entertaining has it been? How's the campus been? Have you been on campus a lot?
I think the campus has been really fun. The one thing that I'm actually quite grateful for is that they had the big construction project going on in
Yeah,
the middle of the quad, and it's actually something they actually finished
yeah,
while I was still here. I walked on first semester of my first year, and I'm like, they're not going to finish that when I'm done. And it's going to be another new thing that's just going to be there the second I leave.
yeah,
But no, it's actually done. And it's a really cool area.
yeah,
Um, but I never really had any bad professor
yeah.
experiences, just besides some of like the online ones. But that's
Yeah,
like
that's
that's
all.
whatever.
So,
Um, but I never have to like worry about
yeah,
showing up to campus. I think it's like a typical like jump from high school to even community college, where it's like you have to worry about less things. Like little insecurities kind of go away. You don't have to really worry about like random people being immature coming up to you. You can go to the bathroom
yeah,
like you can go to the bathroom normally.
yeah. I think definitely the high school because this is my second semester. I'm a freshman. It was definitely a huge jump because and there's not as many people walking around as you would see
Mhm.
in a high school. And how has that transition been impacting you socially? Because it's definitely a difference in swing.
Socially, it's like it's actually been two different things. I enjoy more my my walks
Yeah,
from car to class. I just find peace in those
for
moments where
sure.
I get to be quiet. On Monday, Wednesday, I have class starts at 10:45
Mhm.
and class starts at 11, but the professor shows up like right at 11 and it's in the same building, so I have time to just take laps.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a nice quiet time, but in other ways it's improved. But one of my majors is comms, so
Yeah.
I'm in class where I'm talking a lot
Talking about it.
anyway. So that's probably why those moments seem a little more relaxing.
Just calming and comfortable. That's really what it kind of boils down to is being comfortable where you're at. Where do you want to step forward into after community college, after Solano?
Well, after this is my last semester at SCC, it's it's always gonna be a little sad. And I'll be grateful for things it gave me. I got an associate's degree out of going here. I got 2 years of intercollegiate athletics from here. But after this, I did commit to UC Irvine,
Oh, that's cool.
so I will be going there in the fall unless I get off the UCLA waitlist.
Hmm.
So still waiting on that. But just a lot of things just kind of came easy here. I know community college counseling is always, no matter what community college, it's a little
It's
iffy.
tough. Yeah.
So I've learned to trust myself when looking at the I get see myself. But if you do need help, I can recommend one counselor, Erica Black. I think she's by far the best counselor here. She she will sit down for you and just actually make a path for you to get a GPA you need. And she hasn't been wrong about anything yet.
So you play tennis here, right?
Mhm.
So do you want to continue playing tennis at Irvine, UC Irvine, or no?
Well, I would want to, but they're D1, and
D1, that's tough.
that's pretty hard. They play UCLA, they play Stanford, and
Yeah.
that's a hard program to make, and that's probably out of my reach. But they're always going to have club tennis,
Yeah.
and
Still do it.
whether I show up to that, will to be determined. I probably will show up to a couple. I probably won't commit to it as much as I will
Yeah.
commit to a team because I don't know what the workload's going to be like down there quite yet. Um, but I'm always going to make plans to visit here
Yeah.
and hang with the team. At the end of the season, they have their Ojai qualifier, which is right next to Irvine, so I can pop out to that.
That's cool.
Um, so yeah, I definitely want to continue playing, but just more here and there. I think
As a hobby and
yeah, like
enjoy.
I got what I
Yeah.
wanted. I made it past high school, so I can really focus on studies.
So aside just in general, how has sports impacted your life and how has sports really made you enjoy your time in any aspect?
Well, it always gives a sense of purpose. It's always a fun thing. Like I, this kind of goes back to the culture you built. I did look forward to going to practice
Yeah.
kind of every single
That's
day.
hard.
So it was always something to kind of look forward to. Um, it's just, it just kind of, it made the days go by way faster. That's for sure. Like this semester, like I said on my class, the fact that I would just kind of be at Solano all day, go home at the end of the day, and not have to worry about things. So it was like just like a lot of intensity. I practically lived here this semester, and there's just a fun aspect to that a little bit, and it made the days go by faster. But being able to look forward to that every day, think about what happened after, and then of course during, like being able to be with my friends, it impacted something memories, lifelong memories. It'll have an impact just my entire life, but also I do feel confident to say that these are going to be lifelong friendships.
And that's super cool because it's hard to make lifelong friends in this stage because you're so far along. Because usually you make your lifelong friends like maybe a little earlier, maybe high school, but you meet a whole different ballpark of people in this Solano area and that's just a super cool thing to do. So I know you're a big baseball fan, right?
Mhm.
We're both Cubs fans. How has baseball impacted your life?
Baseball, I mean, this is just it is everywhere. I got into it about 7, 8 years old. I was just playing little league, doing my thing. But I just got in when I became like a teenager. I got into Major League Baseball
Yeah.
stats and history, and ended up being my future dream uh, profession.
So
Uh,
what is that?
Executive anywhere in the front
Oh
office.
wow, that's super cool.
Maybe agent if I go the law school route after undergrad, but we'll see.
Is that
Um,
what you plan on doing in UCR then?
I plan on doing political science and literary journalism. So I
Oh,
have that if I
perfect.
want to go
Journalism,
into
yeah.
the journalism route
Yeah.
or the front office route, but political science for more the law school route.
I would love, because me personally, I would love to be a part of my favorite team because I'm the probably the biggest Bears fan there is.
Mhm.
I love to be a part of the front office. I love to be a part of the social media team. So I feel you in that sort of way of being impacted in sports in that way and wanting to not just maybe because maybe you had dreams in the past to play on the team, but then you're like, oh wait, I can even do maybe even more. So that's super cool. I'm glad you came on this episode, Adam. This has been another episode of On Campus. I have been your host, Mason Flores. Thank you, Adam Olson, for joining me. See you next time.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
the sky's the limit really with what we can do here.